With me, Ernest Menu. Let's stay in the courts. Lawyer for embattled Asin North MP have filed a notice of appeal at the Court of Appeal in Cape Coast, seeking to overturn the decision of the High Court. They say the decision by the High Court was not based on law and was rather in breach of the 1992 Constitution, as well as other statutory provisions. National Communications Officer of the NDC, Sami Jemfi, who led the legal team of James Quayson, says apart from the judge erring in law, the NDC would petition the Judicial Service to punish the Registrar of the High Court in Cape Coast and others who frustrated them when they wanted to file their processes last Wednesday.
Saying that the decision was a travesty of justice and should be overturned by the Court of Appeal because, number one, the trial judge lacked jurisdiction to determine the matter. The matter borders on the interpretation of the Constitution. Rival meanings were put on the meaning of Article 94(2)(a), which was at the heart of this case. And per the laws of this country, the High Court judge was bound to refer the matter to the Supreme Court to interpret same, because such issues fall within their exclusive jurisdiction under Article 130 of the 1992 Constitution. Secondly, we are saying that the trial court had no authority to determine this matter on the basis of foreign law without trial, without calling evidence. It was wrong for him to have resorted to Wikipedia.
Richard Kojunyako has been with the team the entire day. Following them, reports that James Quayson and the national leadership of the NDC went to the Asin North constituency to reassure them the party will fight what they refer to as a battle, both politically and legally. He has more in the following report.
We are going with our MP to the constituency to engage with the party at the constituency level, and some of our regional executives are already there.
National
showed them that together with the constituents and those who voted for him, we will move, and to go and assure them that together with the constituents and those who voted for him, we will move and support him to ensure that justice is not denied the people, and that the vote and the confidence that they repose in him will not be dashed by anybody through any machination. So we are going there.
It is like a triumphant entry of the Member of Parliament for Asin North. After the judgment of the High Court, he has not come here. So today, they are welcoming him, and they say that it is only him they want. They do not want anything because they voted, they knew who they wanted.
I don't know what happened. Certain people are saying that the same person who went to electoral commission was cleared to contest and has won. They are saying he's not an MP. And Asin North constituency and Asin North district, we are also already behind Honorable James Quayson. So we do regard him as our MP, and we don't want anything. Those at the top cannot decide for Asin North constituency. We have elected our own member to represent us, and we know the good thing that Honorable James Quayson can do for Asin North constituency.
This means that he is somebody for the people. So why should we let somebody who will come and the constituents will not benefit from such person? So we are here to support, to tell the world that Honorable James Quayson won on a good platform, and we are solidly behind him.
James Quayson first went to the Chief's Palace and spoke for the first time after the trial.
I'm not afraid of anybody.
When Nkrumah wanted to save Ghana, it was these same people. Read your history. Nkrumah was in prison in Cape Coast and came back as a prime minister. Same applies to Nelson Mandela of South Africa, who spent 27 years in jail only to become the president of the country. There are some people who don't like it when a place is developing. I have come to help you.
Ote Canada 40 years plus. Nasa minimum ready. I know one to crack. I respect the law. BBA Biana Chairman, I file appeal. BBA. I'm still your member of parliament. Obia to make I'm still your member of parliament.
An emotional James Quayson could not hold back his tears, and so he wept.
And that room ribbon a person Beffy Babois. I did a penny as
The man of the area in response said the area needs peace, and whatever happens for peace and development to prevail is what they desire. Reporting for Joy News, Richard Kwejenya Akon, Asin Breku.
Let's go to Parliament now. Correspondent Joseph Opoku-Gatro joins us. Joseph, do we know if Parliament has received any communication on this case yet? Hello, Joseph, can you hear me? We seem not to have Joseph Opoku-Gatro on the line, but we can hear from the national organizer of the NDC, Joshua Akamba, who has been speaking on this development.
After the court proceedings, he hasn't been to the constituency. And then today also, we decided to file the appeal processes. And we heard that his people were yearning to see him. And this is not organized, but his people had actually pleaded that he should come around so that they will see him. There are social media comments that he's been arrested, the police is looking for him and all that. So he's come actually to tell his people that he's well and safe and that he will go through the court processes and we are sure of victory.
Will he still avail himself to the CID investigation?
I doubt if there's a case like that.
So clearly he has the full backing of the national leadership of the NDC. But what is happening in Parliament? Joseph joins us again with details. Joseph, tell us, is Parliament aware of the developments in court? Has there been a formal communication?
I've checked, and the feedback I get is that no such formal communication has actually come to Parliament yet. But here in Parliament, the sources make the point that they don't pay heed to anything that's been put out, whether on media platforms or anywhere else. They are still awaiting whatever official communication will come to the House as far as this said vacation of the Asin North seat is concerned. But even with regards to the legal brains here in Parliament as an institution, not exactly at the level of the MPs, there is divided opinion on how the approach should be like. Some make the point that the House is actually expecting an official communication on this from the Electoral Commission, because then, as we all rightly know, when eventually 275 MPs were elected, it was the Electoral Commission that officially communicated to Parliament that these 275 individuals have been elected MPs. And so if a seat has been declared vacant and is being vacated, that communication needs to come to Parliament that this gentleman who was elected MP is no longer MP, and so then the processes to then appoint a new one would be beginning. There are also those who think that the Judicial Secretary or the Judiciary should go ahead and do that communication. But until now, no such communication have reached Parliament yet, and the House makes the point that they are waiting this communication to happen.
But the court made this decision last week. Since then, have you seen the Member of Parliament in and around the House? He today was at the constituency telling the people, I am still your Member of Parliament. Have you seen him in the House since the court decision?
On the day that the court actually gave that decision, I am reliably informed that he was on the premises of Parliament. Okay. And I got that confirmation, although I didn't spot him personally. I got that confirmation from multiple sources that he was spotted right here in Parliament. But since then, he's not been around ever since. Although his office remains, the office is locked most of the times, but he's not been spotted in the House ever since.
Joseph, stay with me, because the private members' bill on the promotion of proper human sexual rights and Ghanaian family values bill has been laid in Parliament just a while ago. It has been referred to the Constitution and Legal Affairs Committee. What more can you tell us on this?
So this is the promotion of proper human sexual rights and Ghanaian Family Values Bill 2021, introduced by Samuel George and 7 other MPs. And just to quickly go over this detail, the objective of this particular bill, as is contained in the document, it's actually a 39-page document, is to provide for proper human sexual rights and Ghanaian family values. Okay. And then it's expected to prescribe or, for that matter, forbid LGBTQ plus and related activities. It's also expected to forbid propaganda of, advocacy for, or promotion of LGBTQIAAP plus and related activities. And then the 2 final points is to provide for the protection of and support for children, as well as other persons who are victims or accused of some of these related activities. And so just a little over an hour ago, it was laid on the floor of Parliament. It's been referred to the Committee on Constitution and Legal Affairs, and we're expecting that sometime in the course of the year, they will return to the House with a report so MPs can possibly debate and go ahead with the final approval.
Many thanks to you, Joseph Opoku-Gatpo, for bringing us up to speed what happens in Parliament. And indeed, the MP, one of the lead legislators on this, is hopeful that this will be passed by end of year. You're watching Joy News Prime with me.